The first bag is a stunning duck egg blue tote. I've coupled it with a TopShop camel hair coat because tan and pale blue goes so beautifully together. Then I've added the most gorgeous fluffy beanie just to add a bit of brightness, and then these sensational snakeskin boots that just add texture and patterning. Lastly, I've added this beautiful Chanel repurposed brooch by Shopportunity Vintage. With this stunning Bottega Veneta style clutch, I have added a beautiful tan bomber jacket. It goes divinely with this charcoal dress, and of course a patent leather heel, nice and sky high. I also have another Shopportunity Vintage repurposed pendant, a little Chanel lock. Gorgeous. With this stunning vintage glow mesh in white, it's incredible. I've decided to go a little bit 60s mod. So with this dress, I should let you know it's a country road dress featured throughout the entire video. It's wool, it's charcoal, and I'm actually wearing it back to front here. It has a V-neck, and I will turn it around later in the video. But it has this wrap section. You can wrap it to the front or the back. It's like a sash. And here I've actually drawn it around to the front, and you can see I've made a little bit of gathering over the belly, which is a very 60s silhouette. Then I'm featuring a mod boot in leather, another country road, a mod coat in a really large format twill. Then I have tied an Oroton scarf around my neck for that really vintage feel, and a pair of sunglasses that also hark back to the late 60s. I just love this look. The pendant is, of course, another Shopportunity Vintage repurposed charm from an authentic 1980s Chanel bracelet. Another divine glow mesh, this one from the 1950s in immaculate condition. I've made an evening look out of the dress here with this bag. I've coupled it with a pair of gold sandals and a belt in the same tone. And of course, these go beautifully with the glasses and the locket around my neck. I've also added a country road faux fur stole, and you can see the front of the dress when I turn around. It's this lovely deep V, but I'm just loving it with a high neckline for that evening look. Very chic, very retro. Love this. With this stunning tote, which is pretty much like my office on the go, I put everything in that. I've gone a little bit retro again. I've actually doubled up with Oroton. This is an Oroton scarf. It's so, so beautiful with charcoal and with grey. And then on my feet, I have a Chanel dupe shoe, and they are just divine. I love them so much, and they give a really chic and polished look to this outfit. Around my waist, I have a country road leather belt, and it just gives a bit of a modern edge. Then I have this sensational pair of Harry Potter glasses that just make this whole thing look a little bit like something out of a film. Am I right? Or am I right? This is one of the very first Oroton bags I ever bought. It's an Inez, and I absolutely love that range because it's so retro and the lines are superb. I'm wearing it with my favourite boots. These are Joe Mercer, and they're a micro suede. So comfortable and so chic, go with everything. And of course, I have on that beautiful Chanel pendant again from Shopportunity Vintage. And over the top, a Valen vintage satin trench coat in leopard. What more could you need? And now for one of my recent acquisitions. This was about 3 months ago, and it's the most divine pebbled leather, real classic. I have it with a new Karen Millen military style coat in the most beautiful oatmeal colour. I love the puff sleeve on this and the detail at the back. I also have a little blossom at my waist, a la Carrie Bradshaw. That stunning Chanel pendant yet again. And then on my feet, I have more Joe Mercer. I just love her shoes. These are a black stretch boot, knee-high. Just divine. I'm loving the real Parisian feel of this look. And the pink sunglasses, of course. Now to the opposite side of the street for a bit of streetwear. Here I have a more casual bag in a nylon. It's a gorgeous khaki colour. It goes beautifully with these big W boots. These are just gum boots. They were $19, recent purchase. Underneath the dress, and you'll see I've turned it around to the front here so that the V is showing, I have a soft touch Zara sleeveless. I love sleeveless tops, particularly in winter, because it means it doesn't add bulk to the arms. Then I have over the top a recent Zara puffer. I've been looking for one of this length and style for quite some time, so I was delighted to find it. Of course, the colour goes with everything. And then lastly, I have a New York cap from De Cuba, and that's a wrap. A vintage thrifted find now, very 70s with that wristlet clutch look. I have it with a brand new H&M coat. This is a very fine twill. It's absolutely superb. The scarf around my head actually looks Oroton, but it's H&M as well. I have another Chanel repurposed pendant around my neck. And then the tights are my current crush. I've got this fishnet in white in 3 different sizes, and they're just so much fun. I much prefer to have them as a little bit of a peak rather than a full leg, but I just wanted to show you how great they look. And on my feet I have mango shoes, and they're that vamp style. Another vintage creation now. Can you tell I like retro style bags? This one is superb, patent leather, shiny, gorgeous, and I've paired it with actually some faux patent leather boots, just an ankle boot. Again, this would look great with tights because of my illustrious white tan. Over the top, I have the most incredible Zara find. This is called a glass top, but it's really kind of a collar, I guess. It's made of tiny little glass crystals, and I'm obsessed with it. I cannot even tell you how much I love this. And I absolutely believe this can be worn for evening, and it can be worn in the day, just depending, of course, on what you put underneath. So I'm hoping to do a style up of that pretty soon. Another superb vintage buy. This has a real equestrian feel, and the colour's insane. With this kind of tan, it's nice to add blacks, creams, ecrues, reds. So I've gone with a tartan jacket that I recently bought from H&M. I have on my feet a superb new pair of leather boots from Zara, and they just give that real country feel. And then, of course, a gorgeous cap, and this one has again that country feel, that walking in England feel, climbing over styles, you know. Then over the top I have a cozy scarf. This is a boucle scarf. I'll try to remember where it's from. I'm putting all of the outfit pieces in the notes so you can have a look. This hobo bag in a soft pebbled leather is one of my absolute favourites. I guess you could say I've gone a little bit urban lumberjack here. I think it's the aviator coat which I got on sale. I love the colour, I love the shape, I love the flow of it. It's beautiful and of course completely cozy and very lumberjack. And even more lumberjack with my H&M combat boots, of course with fishnet tights in white, why not? And a wharfy beanie. Remember those? It's fabulous, I really love it. You'll notice I've got a cowl on. It's actually a hooded cowl from Zara. It's knitted. It's absolutely brilliant because you can put it over the top of things, or you can tuck it inside items so that it's snug against your skin. And of course, it's wonderful to keep those winter chills out. This 90s bucket bag was gifted to me by one of my gorgeous followers. I really love it. I'm not big on shoulder bags, but this has kind of converted me. It's such a beautiful colour. You can see I've left that hooded cowl on again. I think it works beautifully with the dress and with the bag for that gorgeous chic tonal look. And as I turn around, you'll see at the back there that it does come down a little bit onto my bare back. For that uber luxe monochromatic look, I've added that H&M coat again, and it's just the perfect colour to go with this ensemble. And it looks sensational and really urban when I pull the hooded cowl over the back. On my feet, I have these sensational fluffy mules. They're very Gucci-esque at a fraction of the price. A true bucket bag now. This one I sourced on Gumtree. I got to know the woman selling it, and she was just divine, and she told me about it and I bought it from her. It's actually vintage as well. I think it's from the 90s or maybe early 2000s. I love the texture in the bag, and this is why I've added a bit more texture with this beautiful faux fur vest. I love that the vest has that cream in it, and the boots do too, and the sunglasses. So there's some lovely tie-ins for colour there, and all of these things lighten and brighten an otherwise muddy outfit. Around my neck I have yet another Shopportunity Vintage repurposed Chanel pendant, and I adore it. I adore them all, I do. This beautiful structured beige bag is one of my favourites and one of my most recent purchases. I've coupled it with a pair of mango boots. They are the most beautiful colour and very similar to the bag. I also have on that soft touch Zara top which goes beautifully under the dress, and this amazing Zara coat that I bought this winter. I absolutely adore it. I love the puff sleeve and I love how it balances out the look of the outfit. You can see I've tied the belt at the back just to give some shape to the front because the dress is quite a nice silhouette on me and I want to show that off. And of course I've built it in with a fabulous Gucci belt. Okay, and now the last bag, or rather the first brolly. The tote is actually waterproof and hence the rain look. For this rainy day outfit, I have on a pair of H&M combat boots that are fully waterproof. I have over the top a gorgeous semi-puffy quilted coat. It's nice and light and thin. And then I have that soft touch, that Zara top underneath again, and a sensational H&M beret that I'm getting so very much wear out of. And this is just a great outfit to get about in the rain, of course. Be sure to see part 1 called My Oroton Collection.